I had just graduated from college, a bittersweet end to years of late-night study sessions and caffeine-fueled panic. I wasn't ready for the real world yet, but luck, or maybe nostalgia, had other plans. I landed a tech internship at my old high school. It felt strange walking those halls again, this time as staff. A place that once buzzed with teenage noise now felt quieter, more structured, grown up. Almost. They set up my office in the basement. It was a weird choice, but I made it my own. There was central AC, 2 mini fridges stocked with leftover pizza and soda, and even a flat-screen TV someone had abandoned. It wasn't glamorous, but it was private and cozy. The space had a strange comfort to it, like a hideout. That particular day, I was alone. My coworkers, Dave and Gary, were upstairs dealing with some network issue in the main admin office. I didn't mind the solitude. It gave me time to tweak some scripts and enjoy my music through Bluetooth speakers. Around noon, I warmed up leftover pasta and settled in for lunch. That's when my phone buzzed. Unknown number. I answered, assuming it was one of the admin staff. But the voice on the other end wasn't familiar. It was low, rushed. The school's on lockdown, possibly armed intruder. Stay where you are. Then the call ended. I stared at my phone, heart beginning to pound. Was this some kind of drill? But they didn't do surprise lockdowns anymore, especially not with ambiguous warnings like that. The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. Then I remembered. My office didn't have a door, just a wide archway with no cover. And worse, the main basement door didn't lock. Anyone could come right in. I jumped up, turned off the lights, and crouched behind the desk. Shadows enveloped the room instantly. I texted Dave and Gary. Me? Just got a lockdown call. What's going on? No response. I typed again, fingers trembling. Me. Is this real? Are you guys okay? Still nothing. Seconds crawled by. My ears strained for any sound. Then, I heard it. The basement door creaked open. I froze. Footsteps echoed down the stairwell, one slow step at a time. The sound was deliberate. Heavy. They weren't rushing or running like someone fleeing. They were looking for something, or someone. The steps reached the bottom. Then, silence. Whoever it was had entered the basement, but they didn't call out. They didn't turn on the lights, just stood there, breathing, somewhere nearby in the dark. I held my breath and slid under my desk, curling my legs into my chest. Every creak of movement echoed in my ears like thunder. I tried to stay perfectly still. Then, my phone buzzed. I nearly dropped it from shock. It was a message from Dave. Dave, dude, this is insane. Some guy shot Mr. Buckley. Red shirt and hat. Don't come upstairs. My eyes widened. Shot? I barely had time to process it before I felt something grab my ankle. I screamed, but the voice that followed was low and urgent. Shh. It's okay. I'm just hiding too. Do you know a way out? I twisted around and saw him crouched beside me. A man in a red plaid shirt and a reddish-black cap. Exactly what Dave had described. My throat went dry. My heart was slamming against my ribs like it wanted out. Who are you? I whispered. The man hesitated. I was just here to pick up my son, he said. A teacher yelled at me to hide, so I came down here. That's all. But something was off. His eyes didn't dart around in fear. They locked onto mine. Too calm, too calculating. And his hands, one of them was tucked beneath his jacket. Every instinct in me screamed, run. I bolted up from under the desk, knocking over a chair. The man lunged, but I was already sprinting for the stairs. I didn't look back. Then, a gunshot. The deafening crack echoed through the basement, followed by the sharp ring of a ricochet as the bullet struck metal. Maybe a pipe. Maybe the mini fridge. I didn't stop. I hit the stairs full speed, legs burning, every footstep pounding with adrenaline. I burst through the basement door into the hall, blinding fluorescent lights replacing the darkness. That's when I saw them. 2 officers, guns drawn. The man was just behind me, emerging from the stairwell like a shadow. They tackled him before he could raise the weapon again. I collapsed to the floor, gasping, heart pounding so hard I thought it might burst. One of the officers knelt beside me, asked if I was hit. I wasn't. Not physically, at least. Later that day we learned that Mr. Buckley had been shot in the shoulder. He survived, thankfully. But no one, not the police, not the school, not even the news, ever fully explained why he was targeted. The man wasn't a parent. He wasn't a former student. Just a stranger who somehow walked in unnoticed. But I'll never forget the sound of that gunshot in the dark, or the chill I felt when he whispered, "Do you know a way out?" Because in that moment I realized he wasn't hiding from danger. He was the danger. And I had almost helped him escape.